Tonight we explore a critical question in times of disaster: who truly keeps our communities safe? As floodwaters swept through central Texas, it wasn't government agencies but the courage and quick thinking of ordinary Americans that made a significant difference. Breaking news today.
Hello and welcome to That News Show, where we discuss the latest facts, fakes, and hypocrisy as reported by the legacy media. Let's roll the tape.
Fox News reports that a Texas camper who survived a flood is speaking out. Tonight, consider this: when disaster strikes, who do you trust? Washington bureaucrats or the grit and resourcefulness of ordinary Americans? In central Texas, as floodwaters rose rapidly, it was not government agencies, but a 16-year-old girl trained by her parents who made the crucial difference between survival and tragedy. Perhaps it's time to shift our trust from globalist solutions to the strength of our own communities. Let the show begin.
It was important to me that my child have Texas roots and that faith formation be integral to the part of her camp experience. Living in Virginia, we brought her to Camp Mystic and turned her over to the Dick and Tweety Eastland family and Camp Mystic and their staff because we knew they would love on our child, they would help her grow in her faith and live the Mystic ideals of being a better person and bringing out the best in her.
His heroic sacrifice during the recent flood, where he gave his life to save campers, highlights the impact of local leadership and personal responsibility in crisis situations, a level of heroism that government bureaucracies cannot match. Camp Mystic stands as a testament to the enduring power of tradition, faith, and community, values that have shaped generations of Texas families. While mainstream media and some politicians may advocate for more federal intervention or climate mandates in the wake of this disaster, the real lesson is the enduring importance of faith, family, and local stewardship. The outpouring of support from Texans through prayers, donations, and hands-on help demonstrates the strength of a society built on shared values rather than dependence on government. Despite early weather warnings, there was a significant breakdown in communication and preparedness at the official level, forcing local families and camp staff to depend on their own training, faith, and resilience. The tragedy at Camp Mystic also exposed the limitations of centralized government response. The role of faith in recovery is profound. From the Sunday services on Chapel Hill to the salvage Bibles that survivors hold dear, faith sustains these families through loss and uncertainty. This is a stark reminder that effective solutions to emergencies often come from empowered local communities and families who intimately understand their environment. The Eastland family, now in their third generation of stewardship, has transformed Camp Mystic into a sanctuary where faith formation is the cornerstone of daily life. For nearly a century, this camp has been a nurturing ground where girls develop not only in their faith, but also in self-confidence and resilience, qualities that are crucial in an era often dominated by fleeting digital trends and top-down mandates. Grown by families like the Eastlands, the Mystic community exemplifies what it means to nurture the next generation through personal sacrifice, moral leadership, and a commitment to something greater than oneself.
And we are so devastated by what has happened, but truly grateful and thankful to the Eastland family for all they have done and all they have given as a family to save the children that they could. It is devastating for us and for the Mystic Sisterhood to have lost so many children and for so many children to wait. But we are here today because we feel as though it is so important that this story remain in the news. There are children out there that need to be found, and we want the EMS and national federal services and the state services to continue to stay on the job as they have said they are going to, because we have children that need to be found and need to be reunited with their parents. And we are a truly blessed and fortunate family, and we want the same for others. We want those children to be found.
The Eastland family's sacrifice and the Mystic Sisterhood's efforts to keep the story alive highlight the enduring strength of American families, even amidst great loss. Despite early warnings, there was a clear failure in communication and action at the official level, forcing families and camp staff to rely on their instincts and training to protect the children. What we're witnessing is a profound example of local families, faith communities, and private organizations stepping up in the face of tragedy. This tragedy has also highlighted significant weaknesses in our emergency preparedness systems. The previous administration diverted resources from practical local solutions to expand federal bureaucracy and push global climate agendas, leaving our communities vulnerable. This spirit, which built our country, is crucial as these families navigate their darkest times. The outpouring of support from private citizens, local churches, and sports organizations showcases that voluntary action and neighborly care form the backbone of American society. As the search continues and families await answers, it's critical that national and state agencies stay focused on the task at hand, avoiding distractions from political agendas or media narratives that exploit tragedy. The current administration's commitment to revising emergency protocols and supporting state-led recovery efforts is a positive step. The usual calls for more federal intervention and sweeping climate mandates do little to address these real issues on the ground. And the real lesson here is the importance of strengthening families, restoring faith in local institutions, and rejecting globalist policies that have failed many communities. Unlike past policies that prioritize political optics, today's approach trusts local knowledge and prioritizes real preparedness.
They are heroes. And those young girls and those young counselors that are, when our young girls were under for the summer, were remarkable and were brave and were strong and saved so many children and kept so many children calm so that decisions could be made to keep other girls safe and move them to safety.
The bravery of these young girls and counselors, the selflessness of local heroes like Dick Eastland, and the widespread support from fellow Texans highlight the failures of centralized systems. Fox News could enhance their reporting by incorporating more thorough fact-checking and scrutinizing official statements, particularly concerning the failures in early warning and evacuation protocols. Fox News has commendably highlighted these acts of heroism through survivor testimonies, like that of Callie McElary, which vividly capture the emotional reality of the situation. The courage displayed by the young girls and counselors at Camp Mystic during the flood was extraordinary. It is also noteworthy that while Fox News critically assesses government shortcomings, it could more equitably challenge both political parties. Additionally, providing more context on policy implications, like the need for local control over disaster responses and the risks of relying on outdated federal systems, would give viewers a better understanding of the systemic issues involved. These stories, showcasing the American spirit in action, deserve national attention, reminding us of the power of community and action in times of need. A more balanced analysis would include a wider range of expert opinions on emergency preparedness, not solely emotional narratives. Their focus on the human element and on-the-ground reporting brings authenticity to their coverage, emphasizing the strength of faith and community. Their quick thinking and calm under pressure not only saved lives, but also showcased the resilience and character that strong families, faith, and traditions nurture.
And we're just so thankful, but so devastated for so many families and her friends that are missing their siblings. She's missing her friends, that there are no answers. We just ask that we keep God's light in the middle of this incredible tragedy, and that we know He can give us miracles, and we just have to believe that these children and these families in Kerr County, there are so many lost, that we can recover these bodies, that we can recover those that are still clinging to hope out there.
The devastation of places like Camp Mystic not only affects the families directly involved, but also the local grocers, outfitters, and service providers who rely on seasonal visitors. This serves as a touching reminder that even in the face of government and bureaucratic shortcomings, faith and hope can sustain a community through its darkest times. Notable contributions have come from the Dallas Cowboys, Houston Texans, and the NFL Foundation, yet it is the community itself that forms the backbone of support. Tonight, many families in Kerr County grapple with unimaginable heartbreak as they await news of missing children and loved ones in the wake of this disaster. As the search efforts continue and hope for miracles persists, it is clear that America's true strength lies not in Washington, but in the faith, courage, and determination of its people. Rather than imposing more top-down directives or expanding federal programs, we need targeted reforms that place resources directly in the hands of those who understand their communities best. In the absence of swift government aid, the generosity of neighbors and private organizations has been crucial. The economic repercussions are likely to be felt for years, exacerbated by a history of federal resources being allocated to global initiatives or urban projects, leaving rural communities like ours underprepared and underfunded. Amidst this tragedy, well, the unwavering faith of these families shines brightly, refusing to succumb to despair. This epitomizes the American spirit, voluntary, neighborly, and rooted in shared values rather than federal mandates. These measures not only offer financial dividends, but also bolster the security and confidence of the families who call these places home. The pain of separated siblings, the anxiety of uncertain parents, and the ache of communities in limbo are burdens too heavy for any family to bear. It is a call for genuine action, not political posturing. Tadai's administration is making a critical shift towards state-led recovery and genuine preparedness, valuing local expertise over distant bureaucrats. Local businesses, already strained by inflation and regulatory challenges, now face the intimidating costs of recovery and rebuilding. Investments in early warning systems, infrastructure upgrades, and practical training for local responders are essential. Well, there you have it. Tonight's events highlight what truly makes this country exceptional. Ordinary Americans in the face of disaster, not waiting for handouts or permission, but relying on their own grit and common sense. It's time to remember that America's true strength lies not within government offices, but in the courage and resolve of its people. Why should we trust politicians who view every crisis as an opportunity to extend their control? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all for now.